Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today Riley and I are going to be making some brownies. So I've got all the ingredients laid out on the table here. So you're going to need baker's chocolate, butter, salt, cocoa powder, erythritol, and almond flour. So we will show you how they're made. And eggs, obviously, they're on the table. But and we're going to show you how they're made step by step. Alright, also I forgot that you're going to need vanilla. I will link the recipe down below on everything that goes in this, and you guys can go to the website of where I found it. Actually, this is one of the ones that Highfalutin Low Carb tested and said was his favorite. It also only has 2 eggs, and almost everything else has a ton of eggs that you try to find, and it ends up being eggy. So we went with this route, so because we don't want eggy, like keto bread tasting brownies. So the first step is you have to microwave the baker's chocolate, and then you add the butter and microwave that together. And so you'll mix that up, which looks kind of like chocolate syrup. So we do that first, and then you're supposed to add the stuff to this, but this is a small bowl, so we're gonna put it all in this bigger bowl. Just so we don't have a mess here once we get everything in there and have to try to mix it all up. So there is that. The directions on this one actually says 350 for the oven. It tells you to line your baking dish with parchment paper. I usually just spray it. I don't have an issue with stuff when I spray it, so we'll see how that works. So after you've got all that microwaved, then you're going to add the erythritol and mix that in. Vanilla. Salt, and your cocoa powder. Woo! Don't breathe that in. Get that mixed in well. Then we'll add the eggs, because the microwave chocolate will have cooled off by then. This is our first time making keto brownies, so we're going to see how they turn out. Good? I think that's good enough to add the eggs to. Alright, so we will one egg. I think you're supposed to do them one at a time. Oh well. It's alright. We'll just do it the way it is. Nice to have an assistant. I don't have to use all my arm strength.
It smells good.
Yeah, it smells good for sure. And now we have to add the almond flour. It says do it half a cup at a time, makes it easier. So we're going to just put a little smidge in there. I'm actually going to invest in a sieve, because it's good to sift some of these flours and sugars that we use, because they end up getting a little clumpy sometimes with the humidity and things. So once we get all this in here, we'll put it in the baking pan, spread it out. It says bake 29 minutes. Check for doneness with a toothpick at 24, and you know, because everybody's ovens vary. And it obviously says to transfer to the cooling rack lift up the edges of the parchment paper. So they want you to take it out of the with the parchment paper, but I always leave mine in the pan. So that could be good. That could be bad. But I've never used parchment paper when I make brownies. It could be different this way, but we'll find out. Once it's cooled, it says you can cut it into portions to make 16 brownies. We had thought about doing like brownie muffins and putting them in the muffin tin with the liners, and it would be easy cleanup, but I think we're going to do the old-fashioned way. Looks pretty thick there, honey. Doesn't it? See that? Some pretty thick stuff. It said something about adding a teaspoon of liquid stevia. The only stevia I have that's liquid is actually got erythritol mixed with it. So I guess I could still squirt a little bit in there. Keep her going. This is actually what I use in my coffee. Actually, I found it at Kroger. Kroger. Liquid stevia, and it's actually a stevia blend with erythritol. So this is what I've actually found. It's about a teaspoon, I guess, to work with my coffee.
I guess.
You know, true chefs just kind of throw things together and they don't measure. But when you're trying to repeat somebody else's stuff, yeah, you need to measure for a reason. So once we get this all mixed together, we're going to put it in the pan, put it in the oven, and we'll show you guys what it turns out. Oh my lord, this stuff is some big stuff. So, I'm trying to bang it on the side here so it doesn't come flying out everywhere. There you go. You put that in the sink, please. So I'm going to show you the fancy part. Ooh, we're just putting it in the container to bake it, but whatever. I'm gonna drop it. It's got some weight to it. Woo. Splat. It looks really gritty, but they didn't say anything about using any kind of a stick blender or mixer. It just says basically to mix everything together with the spatula or a whisk or something like that. So I'm just try to spread it out as evenly as I can. My cats drive me crazy. Get out of the window, Brutus. There's nothing up there. Meow. So of course Jinx has to come over and like, what are you looking at? What are you doing?
Making stuff that you can't have.
Exactly. No chocolate for aminals.
Nope, you have your food.
He gets plenty enough of that. This is really thick, so it's kind of hard to spread it out evenly, but I'm doing my best. My corners are a little low. Brutus! Dude! Killing me today. Obviously, you know, if you are trying to measure everything portion control wise and calorie wise and fat and protein and all that, you want to try to get it as even as possible so every piece is pretty close to the same. That was the only reason I was thinking about doing cupcakes, but we will put her in the oven and see when it's done. This is what they look like when they come out of the oven. I'll let you know what they taste like here shortly when they cool off. Alright, so we're going to taste the brownies. I didn't cut them quite evenly, but whatever. They're still probably a little warm, but I like my brownies warm. I don't know about you guys, but... So we just put some in a bowl and she's going to take a bite, so... Does it taste like a brownie? Mm-hmm. Yeah? You like it? Yeah? Alright, my turn. Give me a smidge.
You eat some of my brownie?
You can have some more.
Okay.
Okay. I would say it's probably the closest thing to a brownie you're gonna get for a keto brownie. It's pretty good. And she got a corner piece too, which is like the best part. So, I'll link the recipe below. You guys give it a try. Bye.